This tube contains a unit of aqueous saltwater solution. All the salt uh, is down there in water. And then a bunch of water was added. 9 units of water were added right here, 9 times as much water. So the amount of water here, about that same. Here, of course, this, had a lot of salt taking up volume there. Salt's taking up the volume here, but it's spread out a little more. In fact, it's spread out 10 times as much. So that's called a times 10 dilution. Well, then the times 10 dilution right here, 1 unit of that, say 1 milliliter, was put over here, and then 9 units were added, like 9 millimeters were added. Now the salt particles molecules were able to spread out 10 times further. So that's a times 100 solution. Same thing. Just take out 1 unit of water, put it over here, then fill it right up here with 9 more units of water. You have a total of 10 units of water. You got a times 1,000 dilution. How would you make it times 1,000 dilution? Would you take this amount here and add 1,000 units of water and spend all night doing that? No, we only added, notice here, 9, and then another 9, and another 9, 27 units of water. You didn't have to add 1,000. Now here's a great big vat. So you can take 1 unit of that right here, and then add 999,999 parts to make 1 millionth dilution, or one concentration, which would be a times 1 million dilution. That's how you say it. A times 1 million dilution is equal to a 1 millionth concentration compared to what it was before. So going back here, Rhea, could you take 1 milliliter of that red solution, put it in that big vat of water, and add 999,999 parts of water to that 1 part of times 1 solution? Could you do that?
Yes. You mean that 3D one?
No, the 2D is okay. Also, I need some space. Please don't stand so close to me, okay?
Well, it's going to be hard to do in 2D.
No, you can do it. Just move left or right of me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Now, so you're going to add 999,999 parts of water to 1 part of a times 1 solution.
You mean add almost a million milliliters of water?
Yeah, I mean, you could talk about it as milliliters. It's unit, whatever the unit is, tons, gallons, whatever.
QNT?
Usually you'd say, like that. But anyway, let's go on. Thank you, Rick. And while you're doing the rest of us will be making a 1 million times 1 million dilution. In other words, don't tell the class what your solution concentration this is going to be, okay? Because they are going to have to find out on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You sound really excited about this.
Not really.
All right, here we go. Now here's the original solution, food coloring, whatever, okay? And we're going to take an eyedropper and put 1 unit of it down here.
Mm-hmm.
There it is, just like blood. Yuck. I used to work in a hospital. And then I got out, I started teaching, and students thought it was supposed to be blue. They told me blood was blue. I said, whoever told you blood was blue? And my son went to the same school, and he said he thought blood was blue. Anyway, so there we go. We put that 1 unit of blood right there. And now we need to add some water to it to dilute it so it can spread out. But it's not really blood, it's food coloring.
Mm.
So if you're getting a queasy stomach, there we are putting that food coloring in. And look at that, we put in 9 units. So altogether we have 10 units. 9 of the blue water, and we're mixing it in with 1 more unit. And we're going to shake it all up. And now we've got that 1 unit of blood in 10. It wasn't all stuck here in just, it wasn't all stuck down here at the bottom, wherever that was, right down here, like I had it. It's not all concentrated now, it's spread out. Okay, so now we got to shake it, all shaken up. And let's go to the next page. We put in some water, like that, and now add 9. Now we're taking 1 unit of this times 10. 1 unit of the times 10 is down here. We're adding 9 units of water, so that times 10 can spread out 10 times. It can get farther away. The volumes increase. So this is going to be a times 100. 10 times 10 is 100. Okay? There. So there's the times 100. Now we're going to take 1 unit of that and put it into this next one. And there it is. And then add the water. We just repeat the process. And take and that 10 to the third is 1,000. So this one right here is a times 1,000 dilution. And now we've got a times 10,000 dilution. 1,000 times 10 is 10,000. And now we got times 10 to the fifth. That'd be 100,000. 10 to the sixth. There's a million right there. Next one. 10 million. 100 million. What's that? A trillion. Or billion. What am I saying? Not a billion. 10 billion. And there's just checking on it. Now, 1 year later, Rhea, did you get all 999,999 added? And Rhea says 999,997, 999,998, 999,999. Woo! All done. Thank you, Rhea. Now we're going to shake it all up. And there it is.
All shook up. But not me. I'm not all shook up. Guess who I am going to shake up?
Uh-oh. And you didn't even sound very mean. That's really scary.
No, I'm half asleep.
Oh. Rhea was kidding. Thank you, Rhea. Wow, this is getting scary. Now take a sample in the sample size test tubes as standards. Okay, and there is a sample of it. Okay, so a sample of that whole great big vat. And now we're going to compare it to the standards we made. We already know what times 1 times a 10 times a 100 and so on, all the way up to whatever it was, a billion, 10 billion. Now, what does that look like it compares to 10 to the 4th, 10 to the 5th, 10 to the 6th? And for all I know, Rhea, you're probably going to say times 1 right there. What do you think that looks most closely matched with?
Times 10 to the 6th power?
Yes, very good. So we were able to find out how big, and that times 6 means times 1 million. And that's why you had to add, you had 1 already, one unit in here, and you had to add 999,999 plus that 1 makes a total number in that back to that vat Back to that VAT. Back there. Yeah, there was a total of 1 million units. 999,999 plus one more, that's 1 million. And we took out a sample of it, and it compares right there, 10 to the 6th. Very good. Well, there's the credits, and thank you for helping me today. Have a good day.